Hello and welcome back to RailRoads Online. So today we are running beams is what we're running. We have connected a new line out to the iron or out to the coal mine. So we will be taking that run today, talking about a few things, looking at a few new acquisitions. So we have gotten a new way car and picked up a few other cars and a new locomotive. There is the telegraph machine, which are telegraph office, which I will be moving. I just kind of put it in there because I thought it was funny how it fit in there. But as you can hear it when you're over here loading, I will be moving that somewhere else. But I did think it was kind of funny to stick it in there. So as you can see, we kind of stepped up the size of this load, being it is going all the way out to the all the way out to the coal mine, which I don't want to be fiddling around running tons of loads. So, and this is the first one out there. So BT Railroad. We named this one the Ox. As you can see, it is a Class 70, and we are up to number 10. So, as we will be taking it out of the yard. Let's go. Roar to life. Currently, we kind of have a few messes with some locos, so hopefully nothing's in our way. And this run works out. We have to straighten out Glenbrook and some of these other stacks for sure. We're going to add some more. I think we'll add a few more sidings in here for holding things and getting things out. But there we are, 10-car train of lumber beams and the way car. So as we're cruising this out, I guess things to go over that I have noticed. This was kind of a big one, I guess. Take that off real quick. So as you notice, you can go into your money, and now with K you can add money, and with L you can subtract money. So not sure if that's a glitch, how it's supposed to be, what's intended, not what's intended, dev tool leftover or whatever, but there you have it. Again, that is so it works for the money goes up, as well as your XP also climbs. You'll see it there. So yeah, just one thing to be aware of if you want to use it, if you don't want to use it. But there is now free money in the game. That's one thing we've noticed. Also noticed you do have the ability to transport cars through the telegraph office, if that's something you have an interest in doing, for whether it's re-railing purposes or however you would want to use it. Leave that up to people's imaginations, but you can actually re-rail and thereby transport cars through the telegraph office as well. I do not plan to do it, but it's there, so figured I'd bring that up and show it. And the money thing is definitely a bonus for some, depending on how you want to look at it. I do not mind adding some money here or there, as to be real. I look at it like, multiple playthroughs should have a lot more money going on right now, so, or definitely could have a lot more money going on right now. So, But infinite money is always nice, and XP jumps are always nice, especially with what could, you know, updates could be on the horizon or in the not too distant future. You know, we could be getting some pretty cool stuff, so who knows. It's hard telling what's coming or how high on the experience you'll need to be, or the how much money you'll need. So could definitely come in handy for some and accelerate some people's gameplay, or just fill in whatever it is that you've been looking to get on your railroad. Other than that, I haven't noticed a lot of bugs. Have noticed a lot of performance increases for people. A lot of people who were having, excuse me, the stuttering, jittery graphics glitch, if you will. It is been alleviated with this recent update, so that's been going good for a lot of people from what I've heard. So if you were one of the people having problems there, definitely worth checking out some of the old save files, as they do appear to have gotten a boost in the right direction. I know several players who had problems with multiple save files have reloaded those save files and seen them to be running great. Multiplayer performance seems to be holding up pretty well across the board. We had 6 or 8 players in here now, so, well, 6 or 7, I'm not sure. You know, and everything seems to be running just fine. Still having the car crash issue, so loaded cars can cause that are not loaded when the session starts, so that can cause people to be crashed out of the game. That is for certain. Still experiencing that post-update, so that unfortunately has not been fixed yet, which is my biggest complaint in the game right now. Loaded cars that crash people out of the game is just pretty game-breaking way to play. We have found ways to work around it, so after you load the cars, you can reset the server, and then everything seems to be fine. But if it's loaded during active play, it's definitely causing crashes. So, you know, that's, I find it pretty game-breaking. It's a nuisance, to say the least, when it comes to having to reboot the server all the time, but, you know, at least it is a way around it. And now it doesn't seem to matter whether it's the host or the client that loads the cars. So here is the layout. Now up here, a few things have been added since I guess we got the show. We did add wood, water, and a shed. No sand up here yet, though we will have to work that in somewhere, just haven't done it yet. So, and then this one is done, other than a sand drop if we decide to do that, but not sure that we really need it. Looks like the mine is pretty empty, so we need to get stuff up here. I mean, all we have up here is a set of hoppers, so that must mean we need to empty out the smelter. So that'll be our next probably set of operations. But being I had just pushed the rail out to the coal mine, I'd really like to run a load out there and see how it goes. I haven't run anything out there yet, so be nice to get the thing actually cranking on something. No need to go too fast down this hill. Most of this is just a nice steady 3% grade. Just don't need to get going too fast. Not totally sure how the big trains are handling speed, as you know, I haven't really been running anything super long. But again, to me, when you're running out to the coal mine run, gets to be a little long down there, so you gotta go, you know, you gotta haul something worth the run. Went a different route this time. A little different. It's not too well. It's totally different, but not way away from where we were, I guess. Pretty happy with the way it came out. Still need some more tree removal along the run and stuff, but I haven't really been on the run a heck of a lot of times yet. Just tested it, made sure that it worked, and haven't brought any loads out there yet or anything, so this will be a first. Hopefully it works pulling something like this. Did throw the way car on there, as I don't know how other people feel, but I always feel it's nice when you have the longer trains to have a different something in the back, so at least you know. Makes it a little easier to keep track of your cars, if you ask me. Nothing worse than like when you're snaking through trees trying to count back your cars. So I do like on the longer trains to throw something on the back, that way you just know if it's there, they're all there. It's kind of the easy way to tell. These 10 cars seem to be running nice and smooth. 10 cars, a tender, and a caboose. Let's stretch the flatten out now, so we should just be able to run nice and smooth. Coming back to the mountain. We're gonna give it a little juice. We did have to come up a little bit of an incline in there. That one was kind of, I remember when I was laying this, I kept going, and then I was like, wait, I wanted to bring it down underneath, so I had to kind of backpedal and get it to come out right, but it's not too bad. Pretty happy with this layout in its overall state. It's a little bit of what we've done before and a whole lot of new thrown in there, so far digging it pretty good. This one is really great for unlike the last layout, this layout is really great for multiplayer. I find it it's actually pretty fun to have people work in the industries, and all the switching and the change of the locomotives and all the rest of it's just been a lot of fun, actually. So there you saw the wheels all resyncing, so everything was desynced there somehow. Some weird action going on. Alright, uh-oh. We're running out of wood. There we go, over the creek. That's kind of neat. I'm sure we'll do something to dress this stuff up shortly. She really did lose pressure. Oh, unbelievable. My bad. Come on. Oh, totally let it die. Rookie move. Looking at the new train, trying to keep track of the new stock and stuff behind me. So wasn't paying attention. This is why train crews have more than one guy. Just saying. Alright, well, we'll head out here, take a look at the creek. Too bad there aren't any fish. That'd actually be kind of cool if you could see fish in there someday. Not saying that's the top priority. It's not very deep to put fish in it, now that we say that. What? Oh, there you can hear the birds. I did notice that when I was laying the track. So everywhere else, like no birds, no anything, but you get down here by this water, and you can hear birds chirping in the background. Whatever, I'd really have to look around for it, and I'd have to crank up the audio. But if you're bored sometime, you want to go find the birds in the game. They're back here by the water. They're nowhere else to be found. But you can find birds, strangely enough, back here on this portion of the map. Guarantee. This must be the wildlife refuge or something. Alright, is we building? Let's go. Jeez, man. This thing must have been out since too long. If it actually got this cold, that's pretty bad. Alright, now the fire is going. We need the water temperature to get itself in gear, though. That's the problem. Here we go, here we go. Now we're moving in the right direction. It's got enough oomph to move yet. Two whistles because we're moving forward. Air brake pressure goes down if you don't have the pressure. Never honestly messed with the compressor much. We just slide on it. It slides, but it didn't go anywhere. Go figure that. Alright, now we are back in business, and we are just going full blast. It's kind of amazing how slow the Class 70 seems now that you're on Muska. Being that Muska runs just so much faster, which could very well get this load and this run turned over to Muska. Probably put a few sidings or something in down here, so it is capable of letting Muska run and see how that goes. Not totally sure. That locomotive is definitely faster, but it's also riskier to run. A lot of just strange happenings when running Muska. I will say that. Tinders, cars, locomotive itself doing weird things. But as you can see, so we did head off and up the outer rim. Excuse me. Which, when we get rid of some of these trees, is going to really make for some cool views in here, I think. I mean, it's already like opening up in some places and getting pretty cool. Speaking of which, I don't know if we dare try to go trim some trees while we're at this. There we go. Not sure how well this is working out. It's always questionable whether it's going to start yeeting stuff to the moon. But we definitely have trees that are in the way. Have to send out some utility crews to trim some of the foliage back from the rail. So here's a nice place where it opens up and we can see down to the valley floor. So that's going to be cool when we get some more of that along the way. That kind of gets distracting, but we should get some cool views in here. Maintenance away crews. That's what we need for the rail now. Is an old maintenance away setup. So I know we're gonna have one of those coming in now that we are starting to put in more firewood depots and stuff around the map. We're gonna need something to run those and fill that up. So not exactly sure what we're gonna use or how we're gonna do that, but that will definitely be coming soon because, yeah, quite frankly, there'll be more of that needed. This is the valley that normally I run up. I've always run rail up the river with it, but this time was a viewer's suggestion to run the rail up on this ridge, and I have to say I'm actually really happy with the way that it looks, and it provides a different route, but really very happy with the look of it. And once again, I think once we get rid of more of these trees in here, this stuff is really going to look good when we can start to see nice over the edge. Wasn't sure if it was going to look better with the trees in or out, you know, as far as like on the run, these ones. So I didn't want to cut them out yet. You know, obviously once they're gone, but I think it's going to make things look better when we can see over the edge nice. Check back, make sure all the cars are there. Definitely are. And this run really is pretty nice. Nothing's super graded in here. I don't think any of it goes, you know, I think most of it's like 1.5%. There might be a little piece or two that are 2%, but nothing's over that. So everything laid in here pretty nice. Really happy with this suggestion to run the track up here. Not sure who we got that one, but you know, thank you to the viewer for that suggestion. Came quite a long time ago, and I've been meaning to work a track up here, and finally have. Definitely would do it again. I think it's easier, smoother, and nicer, honestly, than running the river floors. So I would definitely do it again. Did not go elevated with it down here. Pretty much matches up where the old one used to. I think this would be easy enough to double track if that's the thing we decide to do with it. May definitely do that because we're shipping more. We're going to be shipping a lot more goods down this valley than I had originally anticipated. I originally was going to do a little something different going over a mountain, but I just don't know that that's going to be a thing anymore, so probably going to be working in a lot more rail on this run is going to be the thing. So that'll be developing and changing as we go, but this is going to get us started and get us into the coal business, which is what we've been working for. And a bunch of the guys came in and helped run trains, which really got us in the right direction. And so then I figured it was about time to push out the track. I know coming up here, if you keep an eye on the upper corner when we get out here to the mine, with the way that the layout works, you do kind of get this really cool shot up in the corner. There it is, of a shed. Looks just kind of like a house sitting on the corner up there. I kind of dig it. It's just dumb luck. That was absolutely unplanned, but I do kind of dig the way that it looks up there. So we'll be doing some more tree trimming in here, but then I think we're going to have some kind of storage yard down here on one of the two sides of the river down here for, you know, freight that's come down the hill, and then freight getting ready to leave here. So I do think we're going to put in a yard off this way, and we may end up with some yard in the other direction. That's why you'll see the switch here. That is for future yard plans, as we do plan on shoving some more yard work down in there once we get going. still just beginning the layout with this one. I mean, we're getting through a little more connected, but definitely nowhere near done, and gonna step up operations pretty big time in this one. That's the idea. Going big. Eventually will be the idea. I always wanted to kind of start building in more like, you know, in the end game scenario. So that was always been the idea with more yardage and making, you know, pushing around trains. It's been really fun, the whole yard. So definitely sticking with that theme. No easy round trippy type of things on this layout. It definitely favors running multiplayer and switching trains and doing all that stuff, which is a lot more fun, quite frankly, multiplayer than it was just running single trains, drop-offs, round trip, pick it up and drops type stuff. So this has been a lot of fun. Recommended. Speaking of which, if you are interested in multiplayer sessions, joining sessions, hosting sessions, that kind of thing, check out the Discord link below. We do have around 200 members in the Discord. Generally, somebody is on pretty much at least at some point every day, either looking for a game, sharing a game, or just plain talking RailRoads or RailRoads online. So, if you're interested, know it's always a big thing in the community trying to find other players to play with and hook up with. So, it's one thing we try to support in the Discord. So, just throwing that out there. Up to the valley. This, obviously, I've done this route before here. Really happy with the way it turned out this time, though. As I say that, there goes the Class 70. Shaking and baking. Thing sure does rock a lot more than it used to. No doubt about it. That's not the tightest turn. The horseshoe is definitely tight, but there's nothing. You can only do so much about the horseshoe turn, so here we go. Hopefully we don't have any problems. Looks like it's coming through okay. Well, we'll call that one a victory. Of course, we probably shouldn't celebrate just yet. We're still shaking all over the joint. Alright, so as we pull in up here, we have nothing up here. Bunch of empties ready to be worked at some point when we actually start producing something. And that's it. We did go with the Class 48 for the shunting locomotive up here, switching locomotive, so it does take care of all of the freight breakup and all that. Still running around with the saw out. But, so that's going to get those delivered up here. And we'll call that one good. So as you can see, we did put the shed Over here, class 48, we did name that one the Rhino. Obvious. Yeah. Little thick. But there's that. The shed that you did see from down below, water. We have storage for a few stacks of hopper cars. Storage for the tier 2 cars. This one other stack is, this stack should be over, so all the hoppers are here now. And then we're gonna do have room for the big stacks there, and a stack of steel or for the iron rails, excuse me. That, and then the other thing that we did put in up here, of course, with the new update is the new telegraph office. This one's in a nice space. It will be staying there. Put a little groundwork out in front just so it kind of lines up. But it's not, you know, you can't hear it when you're loading, so that's cool. And there we are. Summit River Mining Company. Nice and attached. So I think we'll call that one a win. Say thanks for tuning in. Remember, if you get a chance, like, share, subscribe. Subscriptions are free, but they sure do help the channel. Y'all have a great day.